Hello, welcome to another Crystal Maze video. What we're looking at today, well, it's not technically the Crystal Maze, but there are a few connections and similarities. What is it? Well, it's the board game for the French show Les Mondes Fantastiques. It is basically the Crystal Maze, a French version of it. It involves children going around solving puzzles. There's like a central hub, and then there's three different doorways, one going to like futuristic, one kind of Aztec or Egyptian, and then the third one is like a modern world time or era. And so we've got to go around a few puzzles. Now the thing is, some of the puzzles were quite the same. They were like slide puzzles, ball maze puzzles, colour discs where you had to turn the discs so that each colour matched up, things like that. There were some games that appeared in the Crystal Maze appeared in Les Mondes Fantastiques, and vice versa, the more fantastic games in the Crystal Maze. So what we're looking at today is actually the board game for Les Mondes Fantastiques. And I'm sure if you're a Crystal Maze fan, or you've seen one of my early videos, you'll probably recognise slightly this box artwork. So we'll have a look. Adventure à travers le temps, Les Mondes Fantastiques. My French is terrible, even though I go almost every year. As you can see up here, MB games for juniors, and there's kind of like futuristic zone, sort of Aztecian, Egyptian kind of zone, and then slightly different, still carrying on the Aztec Egyptian theme over here with a contestant on a rope swing. And they say le jeu adapté, jeu TV, adapted from the television. Now we'll quickly compare that with the Crystal Maze lid. I hope I can get them both in shot there. You can see, as I said, the similarities, slight tweaks. David Squee did the original artwork for this. I don't know if he's credited for this or somebody else has done it. I'm not sure. I can't see any names on there. But again, futuristic here. Aztec going down the steps and the statues, etc. And then obviously this is totally different because Le Monde Fantastique did not have a medieval, or it did have a futuristic zone, but they've obviously sort of covered that in this area. So there you go. We'll have a look at the sides as well. Crystal Maze, Le Monde Fantastique. And there, and there, and there. Now I'll show you also the bottom of the box. In fact, I'll just show you inside as well. It is basically the same. Obviously, one's in French, one's in English, but all the games are exactly the same. All the components and the board game itself, or the game board, are exactly the same. There's a slight variation with some of the tokens, which I'll come to in a minute. So let's have a look at the base, or the bottom of the box, Le Monde Fantastique. Again, it has this big picture which was used on the Crystal Maze. You can see there, I'll probably zoom in a little bit on there, if you can see that. And there's the character there, Frack, who's basically a woman dressed in lycra who helps the contestants. She goes into the cells with them and helps them if they get a little bit stuck. As I said, Le Monde is more for children. It had children starring in it, like the Christmas specials of the Crystal Maze, rather than adults. And it is kind of themed towards a child audience. So there you go. Again, we'll compare the back of the, or the bottom of the Crystal Maze one. So you can see totally different, absolutely totally different. But it has got the same people. I think that picture is, yeah, there we go, is on the bottom there as well. As you can see, it's the same picture, just slightly amended. Obviously, instructions in French. Talking of instructions, we will go to them. I'll just lay these all out on the bed. We do get the instructions. Again, as I said, obviously it's in French, but it is just exactly the same as the Crystal Maze board game. All the games set up, how to play the games, and so on and so forth. Quick look at the games. I did review these in my previous video, but I'll have a look again just to make sure, or just to show you that the if you've not seen the video. Aztec Tower, Medieval Tower, spaceship, futuristic spaceship with ball puzzle inside, gold and silver tokens, unpressed. The cannon, the firing cannon thing, catapult, so that's the word I'm looking for. That robo arm, and another sort of pyramid ball type game to get the balls to the top of the pyramid, and as always, the crystal dome bit as well at the end. As I said, absolutely exactly the same as the Crystal Maze board game. Only difference are these pieces. In the Crystal Maze game, it's 2 contestants in different coloured jumpsuits or tracksuits. On here, however, we do have on one side of the token, I'll just show you that, I don't know if that's too close or not, if it in focus. You can see there red, blue, green and yellow on one side with the contestants, and that flak taking one of the contestants around. Yeah, on the other side we have the robot that gets stranded on Earth, and basically the premise is that you've got to help, by solving the puzzles, you've got to help find parts of the spacecraft, a spaceship, to help get the robot back to its home planet. So there you go. We'll have a quick look as well at the actual game board. As I said, it is absolutely and exactly the same as the English one. All 4 zones, which as I said is a bit weird because they don't have medieval in the show. Even to the point where is it down there? It does even actually say game copyright 1991 Milton Bradley, based on the successful television series The Crystal Maze, and that's for Les Mondes Fantastiques. So there you go, a very quick look. It is a good game. I'm just looking at some notes. It was aired in, I believe, in 1992 to 95. Somebody said it came back in 2000. Well, I'm not too sure. But that is basically it. Notes, I had to make some notes because I really don't know that much about Les Mondes Fantastiques. There are some episodes on YouTube if you are interested. Obviously it's in French, shouldn't really put you off. I know a little bit of French, but not enough to hold the conversation. So there you go, and that is indeed a look at the board game, Les Mondes Fantastiques, when I get the right lid back. There we go. So until next time, hopefully see you all soon. Goodbye.